horror nerds. I am so excited to show you what is right here. Now, this is part 2 of my DVD haul. I get all my DVDs from Cinema One. They're really good. They are a tad expensive because I don't know. I think they're a U.S. company, but they get a lot of imports and stuff like that. But you know, DVDs, they don't go for much nowadays. They're probably about $19.99 with taxes, about $22.59. So it's not too bad. I know people who go there for like a lot of like the older type movies and stuff, which they, like I said, are imports and stuff. I was really sad because I went on their website and I was looking forward to this import. It was called The Collector. I mentioned it. It was like a very graphic movie that you can't literally get in Canada at all. Like, I've tried. And when I had it on their website, it was like for $8.99. And then I was like, oh, fucking let's go. And then like they said to me, sorry, we don't carry that anymore because of the supplier. And that's it. So I'll unfortunately never be able to own that movie. And it really sucks because that was like pretty much a rated R movie. And it was very graphic the way it is. If you guys ever seen The Collector, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He goes around and traps the whole house and booby traps it. And like he like starts like collecting people and putting them like in suitcases and stuff, and he like chops off their limbs and shit. I know you're like, Alicia, what the fuck is wrong with you? I think we need to check you in West 5th. I'm like, I know, probably, but this is who I am. I'm like a huge, massive like horror nerd. I love
chops them up, puts them in different things.
Yeah, like he's fucked up. Like you never see his face. Like he has like it looks like it's like a potato sack on his head, but it's not. It's like made out of leather, and he like ties it with like yarn, like a shoelace, and he like can see out of it, and he like breathes and stuff, and he's like into like just jet black like uniform, and he just like there's something wrong with him, like he's just sick in the head. And then like I don't know, I never really understood the story, but I know when the family went out was when he went and just went to town on like all the booby traps. Like I think some of the booby traps like he did were like really fucking sick. I know he had the chandelier and he dangled like knives and stuff from it, like butcher knives, and then like I think it dropped and it was supposed to stab you like in the back like repeatedly. That was one of them that he did, and I don't remember the rest. It's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, if you want to watch it, you pretty much have to stream it on like illegal services. Let's just put it that way. So here we go. So I mainly get my movies from Cinema One. I used to get them from HMV once upon a time, and then they went under. Walmart, sometimes it's hit and miss. Their section isn't the greatest, but I will say that their DVD prices are actually lower than what they are, but what I pay for. So here we go. So this movie right here, it's gonna be a minute to talk about, okay? I was very, 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 very disappointed. As a Michael Myers fan, I will say that it was a huge letdown for me. They when as soon as Halloween Ends ended and you saw what happened where Michael killed Karen, which is Laurie's daughter, and then you're like, oh my God, here comes Laurie. Like this is the final showdown. One of them is gonna die. Well, one of them does die. But the problem is that like they made Michael Myers like a bitch. So when they were amping it up with all of like the money that they were putting into like advertising and stuff like that, like everybody's getting like all their hyped up, and I'm like fucking like ready to go. Like I even pre-ordered my tickets like 2 weeks in advance, and like I was so excited. I was like, here's the final showdown like ever. Like there's gonna be so much blood. I was so upset. The lack of blood, the lack of kills in this movie, they made Michael Myers like a fucking pussy. I'm definitely going to go right into why I call him a fucking pussy. Is because, like, yes, he got hurt at the end of Halloween Ends, but there's something with Michael. So Michael needs to feed off of people. When I say feed off of people, he needs to kill more and more people to get his strength back, because he's already weak, right? And it's a little fucked up and twisted if you ask me. But basically, they opened the movie where the kid was, his name is Corey, where he was babysitting this kid, and the kid was such a little brat, and then that he locked Corey into like the attic, and I guess Corey's afraid of the dark or something like that, and Corey wanted to be let out. Well, the kid stood behind the door, and then when Corey kicked the door in, the kid fucking went doing right off the fucking balcony, and that shit had me dying. I'm sorry. Like, that was a really good thing. When the kid's head went fucking backwards right off the like the ground when he bounced, that shit was hilarious. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for saying that shit, but that shit was the best kill I've ever seen. But yeah, so it opened like that, and then obviously the family was upset because Corey was looking down and like, you know, shit just happened, but it was an accident, right? So he was obviously labeled the babysitter killer. Well, basically, Michael is in like the sewers, and you're like, well, where's Mikey boy? Well, he's in the sewers, and then Corey goes in there for some reason, and then Michael like starts like strangling him, and then all of a sudden like he has like this "That's So Raven" moment, like fucking Michael. I'm not even joking you. He has like this vision, and he starts seeing like this evil in Corey's eyes, and then Michael just lets him go. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, when does Michael ever let anybody go? Michael fucking snaps necks and cashes checks, like he doesn't care. His body count is pretty fucking high. And so when I saw that, I was like, really, Michael? Like, where's your penis, boy? And then so like when Corey was doing this, he starts like, you know, turning into like this bad boy, and like he's getting like you can start seeing the evil brewing. And then like and then Corey starts killing people, and he gets really mad, like he starts having like anger management issues and stuff like that, and he starts killing people for fun. I was just very disappointed overall. And then I'll say probably my most highlight kill is when I don't know if it was Michael or if it was Corey, but I think it was Michael, when Michael went into the shop with the DJ, and he literally fucking starts smacking Buddy Boy's head off the goddamn thing repeatedly, and then he took a pair of fucking scissors and snipped his tongue off, and he broke his fucking jaw. It was so graphic. That part was so graphic. It was unreal. And then the final showdown. So I was so pissed about that. And like Lori, like obviously, like I said, if my girl Lori dies, I'm gonna fucking cry. So I literally was like panicking, because it was a really good showdown where Michael came in and like they were fighting it out. The best part was when she fucking threw the refrigerator on him, and then she just jumped on him on like the thing and started nailing him to the fucking like coffee table like Jesus Christ, and just started like fucking he literally she took a butcher knife and just stabbed it in his fucking his arm, and then did the other one, and then she started slitting his wrists and stuff like that. And like I was like, holy shit, Lori, go to town, girl. And then she fucking just starts stabbing him in the chest and stuff like that. And then fucking you hear, like, you think like any person who would just die like that, right? With like the blood loss and stuff. And here's Michael just rips his fucking hand off, and like his whole hands are like just sawed off in half like that. And he's like, that's okay, guys, let me just glue this back together real quick. And like just use his strength and just start strangling her. And if it wasn't for him, like it was really timed very closely. So if it wasn't for the granddaughter coming back in and realizing that there was a suicide call or whatever, that like, she had to rush back quickly. Like Michael possibly may have killed Lori because he was strangling her to death. But the thing is that I think he would have died quickly because of the blood loss. And then I can't remember which part, but she slit his throat too. So he was pretty much like on the verge of death. I said any person who would like get up like that, it's like fake, like Jason.
He didn't get up.
No, he didn't. And then basically this was the hilarious part. When they were fucking like telling the whole town that yes, the boogeyman's dead, and then they tied the motherfucker to the goddamn to the roof of a car like he's fucking a National Lampoon's Christmas tree. Like that's what they basically did. Like they freaking displayed him around town. Like, yeah, your boy's dead. And then the best part is where they threw him in an industrial fucking shredder. That was really graphic. So when like Lori threw him in there, like his fucking watching his body and his head pop like the pool of blood, that was really graphic. And like hearing all the the bones and stuff crunch, it was really good. But overall I was very disappointed because the movie didn't factor around Michael, it factored around Corey, which is his like protege. And it really upset me because a lot of fans like were disappointed, and I was actually really upset about it. But overall I'm actually happy that Lori didn't die. And I heard that there was 3 different endings to this. So if you see right here, it says deleted and extended scenes. So there's 3 different endings that they wrote. I haven't watched the deleted scenes, but I heard one of them was that Lori was becoming the shape, and the mask that was on her thing with the breathing, that Lori was turning evil or something like that. And then I heard I heard other things, but I just forget. But yeah, overall, like I was disappointed the way this one ended. So yeah, so there's that movie. Now this one's X. So this one was what I was talking to you guys about, where this had to do with like, I can't remember. Let me read this quickly. it doesn't tell you specifically what year this was. I think this was like it has to be like back when like Texas Chainsaw days, like maybe in like the 50s or 60s. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it's like an old fashioned film where all these people like they go out and they like wanting to become like porn. They're porn stars, so they shoot porn, and then they want to like make millions and millions of dollars off of it. And then this one's the main actress, who is Mia Goth. And she's like, she wants to be a star. And so basically they go into like this cabin that they pay for, and they don't realize that the two like old people are like fucking cuckoo. And basically the old lady's upset because her husband won't have sex with her because, you know, he doesn't want to, you know, he thinks he's gonna have a heart attack and die. Well, spoiler alert, he does die because they end up having sex. It was hilarious, but whatever. But the old lady starts losing her marbles, so like she starts like sleeping naked next to her in bed. She starts like touching people's hair and like their faces and stuff, and then like the old lady snaps and then just starts like going on a killing spree, and like she just starts dancing and bathing in their blood. That was hilarious when like the night scene with like the car with the headlights where she just starts killing the guy and then she starts dancing around and stuff. I was like, oh my god, like that shit is like, she needs to go into West Fifth like right now. And but yeah, so and then like she ends up going, starts killing like almost all of them and stuff like that, and I believe she's the only one that survives. But yeah, so she's actually becoming like a really big actress. She's not just done X, she's done Pearl. She's in that new movie Infinity Pool, which I want to see. It's fucking sick and twisted. I know it's in theaters right now. And don't underestimate too Mia Goth. Jenna Ortega, she's becoming a new actress as well, like an up and coming big actress, and she's in that Wednesday series. And they've been renewed for Wednesday season 2, and that was a really good spin-off of the Addams Family, and it was really like graphic and sick and like twisted a little bit. So like she's becoming a big actress, and then she's also reprising her role in Scream 6, and so I'm interested where that goes. So there's that one.
And you need to check out your last video because you had a signed photograph of her.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, Mia Goth. I have her up on my Facebook right now and on YouTube video of her. And now this one, Haunt. So I'm into like these, like, I don't know, like I guess you could say like clown movies. So these are like not B movies, but these aren't movies that go to the theater, but they have some really good cast lineup. So if you have seen Haunt, it's about these kids, they want to do something fun for Halloween, so they go and find like this like haunted house or whatever, and then they go check it out. So you have all these people like in these like different costumes, like faces, and they don't talk to you whatsoever. And you basically like sign a waiver at the beginning, and you drop your cell phone off and you drop your keys, thinking that, oh, okay, well, like you're going, like, you know, you're gonna go through, you're gonna get spooked, right? Well, they start seeing some fucked and twisted shit where people start getting actually murdered like live. And I think the first kill is the witch, where she like starts like cutting the person or with like the steam poker or whatever, and she it's fucking sick and twisted, dude. And then like they start saying, okay, like shit's a little bit weird, and then they all have to like go down, and they start trapping them like differently so they can like, you know, I think it had to do more like a satanic type thing. And then I believe one girl makes it out alive, where it's sick and twisted, where she has to like go through like the house or whatever and like find like a key or whatever to get out. And then not all of them get out, because if you watch the end, like the gun goes off, and then like she dodged the bullet obviously, but she thinks she's the only one that escapes. But it's actually really good, where like the one guy, especially the ghost, where he's like, oh wait guys, he goes, no way, he goes, people weren't supposed to die, and you're like, oh my god, he's like, oh, he looks like he's like legit, like he's gonna like help them, but they're all part of it. And then when you remove their mask, like they all have like these fucking like piercings and like warped faces and stuff like that, like, you know, like people like tattoo their eyeballs and shit and like pierce their fucking eyes, like, you know, their face like 50 million times. It literally looked like they were all Hellraisers, like mini Hellraisers. But yeah, so it was actually a really good sick and twist movie. Plus, it's actually done by Eli Roth. So if you guys don't know him, he's like a big name. So there's that one. That one was really good. I also like the Hellfest movie. So the Hellfest movie I'm trying to get, where they go to the theme park, and then the one guy starts killing people for fun, and he does some really fucked up kills. It's actually really good.
Which is the Candyman guy? He's in it.
No,
not that one.
I think. Yeah, I think so. I think Tony Todd's in that.
Yeah.
Now this one, last but not least. So this was supposed to come with my other one, but they were on back order because it was an import. So this is the sequel to Terrifier. So this one made my stomach so sick. Like a lot of people were actually like leaving the theaters and puking and passing out because the shit that this guy did, Art the Clown, was fucking unreal. And if anybody have seen Art the Clown, you know how graphic and brutal this guy can be. And like he's like basically like a silent mime. He doesn't say anything, and he just like basically kills you and gets his jollies off. But the part made me so sick. Like I even ate too just so I could watch this. And I said to Brandon, I said, hey, can we like turn this off and maybe not finish this? I said it made my stomach so sick. Like it was turning, the shit that he did. The one part, like I don't remember all the kills, but the one part that he did with the lady, like I said, he fucking like took a scalpel slit right from like here down to her eyeball, and her eyeball was just like losing the liquid out of her eye. And then he fucking like he broke her fucking arm, and then he started like, you know, scalpeling everywhere and like just kept going like so fast. And then like he got bleach and then fucking dumped bleach on her, dumped the salt on her. Like he was like sick and twisted. Like he did a lot of fucked up shit. Like he, like to the point where I wanted to get the gun and shoot her myself, but to put her out of her misery, because like the way he did, he mutilated her and then started like took the scalpel and went around her head and then just ripped her whole fucking scalp off. And then all you saw was her like brain and shit. That shit made me so, there was so much blood in that room. Like it was like unrealistic, but it made me, it was so sick. And then whoever was doing the sound effects is fucking disgusting, because like the sound effects, it sounded like body parts were being like mutilated, and like it was disgusting. It was too much gore. It was enough for me to like turn it off. And I'm a huge horror person. And then the best part was when the mom came into the room and she was still awake, she was still alive, and he was like sitting there going like this with his like and waving to her, and then like she was freaking out and she was running, so he left her there. And then like he wrote like a message on the wall saying like hi mom or something, or she said hi mom. And then like freaking like you could see her whole face, like her whole face had no skin on it, so you could see like the teeth line on her like side. And then when he went to go get the mom, he like, you didn't see what he did to her, but when the kids were knocking at the door for trick-or-treat, he actually fucking like carved her, like cut her head off, and then he like scooped out her brain, and then like he had like he put candy inside where her brain would go. Yeah, he put candy inside her brain, and the kids were like, and like you could see her face, and it was like all dead and mutated and shit. And then the kids were like, trick-or-treat. They're like, ew, that's so cool. And then like he was like miming and stuff. He's like, here, take some. And so like he put like candy, and then when the kids were taking the candy, like it was all like in like the brains and like the goop and stuff and like the blood, and these kids were not realizing that as like an actual human head that they were just taking candy out of. Like he was so fucking sick and twisted, and it was really well done. Overall, like that one was pretty good. And apparently there's gonna be a third one. The way it ended, but it's so stupid. These movies, like this movie, like it should never ever go on screen. It did in the US, which I was really sad because I really wanted to see it on the big screen. But like overall, it was really fucking good. And then when the part with the scene where they were like watching these people like in like the Terrifier guy's world, and he was what was it? The kids were all acting weird, and they were eating like fucking, like one kid poured himself a bowl of cereal, but it had like fucking like razor blades and like fucking glass, and the kid was just eating it, and he was like going like chomping on it and shit, and just like his blood was coming down his face, and it was like hilarious. And then they were all playing like this happy-go-lucky music, and then everybody started dying and stuff and shit, and like getting set on fire. That shit was like wild. But yeah, like I don't remember all the kills, but like that kill was disgusting. And then at the beginning, when the one guy was trying to crawl for the phone and shit like that, and like he cut the guy's tongue out, and he was trying to like, and all like was coming out of his mouth was just like chunks of blood. It was really gross what he did. And then he stabbed the scalpel in the guy's eyeball, and then he pulled out his eye, and then he started like going like this and taking the eye, going like this and miming and stuff. Like Art the Clown is fucking sick. Like if you saw this movie, mom, you'd puke. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys liked my reviews on them. They're actually really good. Very thorough. Like leave a comment and tell me if you want me to like review like movies like individually. But yeah, this is the stuff that I love. Like, so this is the stuff that I love. But yeah, so leave a comment, and ciao for now.